Assalamu alaikum. Today we will be talking about input devices. The most prevalent input device is a keyboard. Here we have a 101 key enhanced keyboard. This is an enhanced keyboard because it has a numerical pad on it, which is commonly known as numpad. Numpad is used to enter numerical data. For example, if you have to enter a lot of student scores, cricket scores, temperature, you can do that with the help of numpad. This keypad has function keys on it. These function keys are helpful in certain applications. For example, if you are using PowerPoint, F5 will get you a full screen mode. Next, we are going to pointing devices. Pointing devices allow you to point on a certain place on the screen and click certain items, for example, a drop-down list box. The most prevalent pointing device is a mouse. Here we have a mechanical mouse. Mechanical mouse has a ball in the middle and two wheels. As you can see in the figure, the ball is, when the ball moves, the wheels rotate. The movement of the ball turns the wheels. So when the wheel moves, the position is calculated as to how much the mouse was moved in X and Y directions. Next is trackball. Trackball is basically an inverted mouse. It has the same mechanics as the mouse, just that the ball is protruding outside the mouse. Next we have optical mouse. Optical mouse does not have a ball. Optical mouse, as the name suggests, works by optics. It shines a light on the surface where the mouse is placed, and the reflected light calculates how much the mouse is moved. Next we look at pointing stick. Pointing sticks were introduced with laptops. They are like the rubber on the top of a pencil, and you can move the cursor with this pointing device with your finger. Next we have a joystick. Joysticks are basically used for playing games. As you can see, the stick has a button on the top. The stick can be moved in XY direction, and the button on the top is usually used to fire in the game. Next we have touchpad. Touchpads are basically used with laptops. They work like a mouse. They have two buttons on them. They work by when people touch on the sensitive pad. Next we have touch screen. Touch screens are more natural because people would like to touch things. The screen is basically consists of XY grids where infrared or laser light goes in an XY direction. When the user touches the screen, the light is disturbed. The position where the light is disturbed is calculated, and that is where the person has touched. Next is a light pen. Light pens are basically devices that people use when they need precise control on the position on the screen. Next we have digitizing graphical tablets. These tablets are used usually by architects and engineering drawing people who are using AutoCAD. So if you are drawing a circuit or you are copying a circuit, you need precise coordinate control. As you can see on this figure, the puck has a number of switches on it and has a spherical glass in the middle. The glass has a crosshair in it. People can precisely know where they are on the screen, and when they move the puck, the cursor moves with it. Then we have barcode readers. Barcode readers are very helpful nowadays when the inventory has what is known as a universal product code. The universal product code basically is assigned to items in a grocery store. For example, toothbrush has a different universal barcode number than a shoe polish. The basic working of the barcode reader is that it strikes a light, usually a laser light, on the bar. The bars, as you can see in the figure, have certain thicknesses and spaces in them. The striking light is absorbed by the black color and reflected by the white. The pattern of the light reflected is calculated, and we know that the original bar is stored in the original code is stored in the computer, and it is matched with the reflected signal. Optical mark readers work similarly as the barcode readers. They strike a light on the surface of the paper. The position of the reflected light tells the device where the mark is. Optical character recognition systems work the same way. Instead of just recognizing marks, they are capable of recognizing full characters. Then we have magnetic ink readers. Magnetic ink readers are usually used by banks. If you notice, in the bottom of the check, the number of the check is written. The ink used in the number is a special ink which contains iron oxide. This iron oxide is magnetized when it passes through the reader, and the reading head detects the pattern of the magnetized ink and converts it into a number. Similar magnetic phenomena occurs in magnetic cards. These magnetic cards are very common nowadays in ATMs. The magnetic strip has the information encoded on it. Sometimes the public information like the name of the owner, the address of the owner is embossed on the card, but really the computer part is the part where the information is stored on the magnetic strip. The reader reads the encoded information from the magnetic strip. Then we have the smart cards. For example, Pakistan has started using these smart cards. These smart cards have a chip embedded in them. You can put a lot of information on that chip. For example, we can store a person's blood type. We can store a person's date of birth, stuff like that. So in emergencies, if this information is required, this information can be extracted from that chip.